Few people realise that Yorkshire played an important role in the development of synthetic fibres. In August 2016, an exhibition at ULETA, the University of Leeds International Textile Archive, drew attention to this little-known story, using materials from collections maintained by the School of Design.
We had a look in the Yorkshire Fashion Archive to see what pieces we'd got to contribute, and colleagues in ULETA also looked at their collection, and we found that actually we've got a really nice story to tell.
The story begins with wool. The Yorkshire hills were ideally suited to sheep farming, while the soft water of the Pennines was perfect for the manufacture of high-quality cloth. Woolen mills appeared in their hundreds, and the textile trade dominated the local economy. In order to train the craftsmen and innovators that the textile trade required, the Yorkshire College of Science was founded in Leeds in 1873. In 1904, the college became the University of Leeds, but the School of Textiles continued to teach the crafts of spinning, weaving and dyeing, and to research new ways of making and using textiles. Early research focused on wool and led to some exciting and unexpected discoveries. Professor J.B. Speakman discovered a solution to a distinctly Yorkshire problem: how to stop your flat cap going out of shape. The same technique was later used to put permanent pleats in trousers and permanent waves in hair. In the 1930s, synthetic fibres were developed, and the university constructed a brand new building dedicated to research in this area. Synthetic fibres can be woven or knitted just like wool or cotton, but they are made by melting the source materials and drawing the liquid into threads in a process called extrusion.
We'll top up the hopper with some polymer chips. This will feed the polymer into the extruder. Once the polymer is melted, it will be pushed out of the spinneret. With the polymer melt, I can then take the filament through the water bath to solidify, and then it can be collected on the winder.
Early synthetics were made from plant cellulose, but these were quickly followed by nylon, which was a petrochemical product. Nylon was promoted as an exciting and futuristic material, made from coal, water and air. It was claimed to be as strong as steel and as fine as the spider's web.
With the promotion of synthetic fibres, you'll see lots of trade names that different companies use for the same fibres. So you have acrylic, nylon, polyester. Particularly with nylon, the name comes from New York and London, where the fibre was originally developed. The fibre was then licensed to British manufacturers and was branded under the name Bry-Nylon for British nylon. Crimpline is a fibre that was developed by ICI Fibres, and they had headquarters in Harrogate, which is now the site of Harrogate College by Hornbeam Park train station. The local connection really comes because of the Crimple Valley, just next to Hornbeam Park station, and the Crimple Beck, and it's said that Crimpline is named after the Crimple Valley. Crimpline is a knitted fabric that has a textured crimped fibre. The knit structure also has an effect on the texture of the fabric. This is a fairly smooth crimpline for this dress and jacket. And I have another example of crimpline, which is much more textured, and it has a jacquard structure. Another example of fibres developed by ICI is terroline. So this Danimac coat is made from terroline.
I grew up in Harrogate in the 1950s, And I remember that ICI was a big employer. It was on the south side of the town. Two of my friends went to work there, and they used to bring clothes home and ask me if I'd wear them for a few days, maybe over the weekend, and then wash them, dry them, and then write a report on them. They were all great things to wear, and because I was slim, they were just A-line shift style. They complemented a young, youthful figure.
Synthetic fabrics may have been promoted as exciting, luxurious and fashionable, but they were also relatively cheap. As ordinary women put wartime austerity behind them, they were delighted to find they could now have bright colours, sparkling threads and silky fabrics in their wardrobe. Underwear in particular was transformed by the new materials.
Particularly with the development of Lycra, that allowed stretch and fit, but without things being really constrictive. But really it was used extensively for underwear. So we have Virene spandex bra, which again has hardly seen any use. And we have several items such as M&S Bry nylon vest, a lovely Gossard girdle. And through the 1950s and certainly the 1960s, these were really used quite widely.
The University of Leeds was at the centre of Yorkshire's synthetic revolution, collaborating closely with ICI. Many Leeds textile students found employment in Harrogate, and many ICI employees attended lectures by the university's staff. As the fashion landscape changed, Yorkshire held a pivotal role. Yet clothing was not the only use for synthetic fibres. They were also used in homewares and for industrial purposes. Yorkshire is still at the forefront of synthetic textile innovation. In beautifully landscaped grounds near Leeds and Bradford Airport, award-winning company Xyros uses the processes of extrusion and weaving to create medical textiles, which can be used to repair, regenerate or replace human tissue. Specially engineered fibres are wound onto bobbins before being woven into surgical ribbon that can be used to support and repair damaged joints. As the body heals, tissue interpenetrates the webbing and the fabric becomes effectively part of the body. These medical textiles have proved very popular in the United States. It is estimated that as many as 1 in every 300 Americans may have a piece of synthetic fabric inside their body, which was manufactured in Yorkshire.
If you'd like to find out a bit more about the Yorkshire Fashion Archive or the pieces that we have in the collection, you can contact us at the School of Design, University of Leeds, or you can go to our website at www.yorkshirefashionarchive.org.